Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. I demand the immediate release of all arrested protesters. Sowore breaks silence in rage at SSS custody. Omoyele Sowore, a Nigerian activist and publisher who was arrested on Saturday, has spoken from detention. Mr. Sowore maintained a spirit of defiance when associates visited him in the custody of the State Security Service on Monday evening, 2 days after his arrest. According to Sahara Reporters, its media platform, I am pleased that the peaceful #RevolutionNow protest went ahead. Mr. Sowore told members of the Take It Back, one of the numerous social platforms he has been using to champion the cause for a better Nigeria. Mr. Sowore was arrested at 1 a.m. on Saturday by state agents from the SSS, a secret police with a reputation for ruthlessness and repressive tactics from the days of Nigeria's brutal dictators. Many Nigerians immediately condemned President Muhammadu Buhari for using state resources to crush dissent. A video of how Mr. Sowore was arrested later confirmed fears that the action did not meet democratic standards. The SSS spoke for the first time about Mr. Showore's arrest on Sunday, but failed to provide any evidence to support his allegations that the activists and others calling for an end to corruption, economic hardship, and acute insecurity had any sinister motive behind their agitation. Despite the arrest of Mr. Sowore 2 days before he was scheduled to hit the streets with other Nigerians, and the police description of the agitation as an act of terrorism, a multitude of Nigerians still came out on August 3rd in several cities to demonstrate. They were, however, met with violence from security forces. Dozens of marchers and journalists who covered them were arrested across the country. A development critic said exposed President Muhammadu Buhari's regime growing intolerance to dissent. Mr. Sowore used his brief chat with his comrades from Take It Back movement to demand immediate release of all those whose constitutional rights were violated when security forces descended on them for participating in a protest. Knowledge of the sheer number of innocent Nigerians being arrested for exercising their civil rights bothers me. Mr. Sowore was quoted as telling his visitors in custody at about 6 p.m. Monday night, I join others in demanding for the immediate and unconditional release of all those arrested by the police on Monday, he added. Sarah reporter said Mr. Sowore was met in a good condition in custody, and he remained defiant that his arrest will not foreclose agitation for better living conditions for the Nigerian masses. It remains unclear when the activists would be charged. The SSS did not seem to be in a hurry to arraign him, even though the law allowed a maximum of 48 hours for a suspect to be detained before being arraigned in court. You guys have heard it all. Sowore speaking from where he's being detained and is asking for the immediate release of all those people that protested on Monday, 5th of August 2019 to be released. Of course, like some people are saying that what the government is holding him for is because he said there's going to be a revolution or a protest, the way you want to call it. But even the act has not really been, he has not even gone on the streets in the first place because it has not even occurred before his arrest was made. So that aside, but let's assume that that was what they are holding on to. But let's look it in another form. The people that came out yesterday, they were just on the streets, and that what happened yesterday was just a pure protest. If we want to go by what happened yesterday, and we never heard that maybe the people that came out yesterday, they were with a, they were violent in their activities. They just went on peaceful protest, and why were they arrested? that is another thing. If you really assumed that the yesterday's protest was a revolution act or something, but which has not been done. But okay, people came out and to just to prove to you guys that it was just ordinary protest, and they came out, and at least constitutionally it is the right of the people to protest. But now they came out for protest, they were not violent, then why arresting them? So I think Sowore is speaking from that angle, and if every Nigerian, will reason along that line, just for what happened yesterday, let's even leave the other side of a Sowore, that the government or the SSS are holding on to him, that he said that one is debatable. Lawyers are talking on all of those things. But if we really want to judge everything based on what happened yesterday, of course, no, you can't say the people that protested yesterday, they are faulty or something. So he's saying they should be released from where they are being kept. But as for him, he's ready to face the whole thing, ready to face the cost. But at times, people like, oh, this guy is looking for relevance, necessary relevance and all of that. You know that this guy is coming from a place where things are really working. But it baffles me, and a lot of people will be arguing and be, will be wondering that why would this guy want to embark on this mission. Of course, Sowore has been in this race for a very long time. He ought to have known how the government works, on how the government does not really want the truth, and people surrounded by the government or the president or the leaders or leadership of the government, the way they behave, they wouldn't want to, give in because of what they are gaining, because of what they are receiving from their own end. So he ought to have known all of these things. And that's why some people are like, why would you want to risk your life for Nigeria? Because Nigeria, does not what it is. Even Nigerians, they will be the one castigating you. And already is happening. But of course, he knows quite all right. He knows what people can do. He knows even when he's arrested, a lot of people that are singing his praises, a lot of people that are chanting him up. Oh, you can do this, you can continue and all of that. Of course, he knows quite all right. At least I know that for a fact. Because I know, I'm saying that's my opinion though, but from what has been happening from time immemorial, you also know that even people chanting him, by the time he's arrested, a lot of them will go back. A lot of them will be, be like, they've arrested this man that is champion this thing. Who am I? Because of fear. Of course, he knows all of those things. But why would he want to continue, or why would he want to risk his life for that? So people that are like, oh, why is he, why well, he's just looking for relevance, looking for relevance at the expense of your own comfort, at the expense of your immediate family, at the expense of your business. Is how you call that relevance, and you are going to be held, only God knows how, because as we know, these people do not even obey law. They don't obey law. The rule of law, they tell you they obey rule of law. Not, but it's out of it. The likes of Dasuki and Zazaki, you know what happens to them. Even after court has said they should be released. Just yesterday, after many years, they said they are going to release Zazaki to go and take treatment in India. So it's even, and the DSS will go with him. It's not as if they've even released him just for treatment. So you know how all of these things work. Even when you talk of Dasuki, that one is his own is still there. He's not even going out any soon, as we speak for now. So Sowore ought to have known all of those things. So when people say, oh, he's looking for relevance and all of that, because he knows what awaits him. So it's not everybody that is really afraid of all of those things. He has said is if he's going to go in that line, so be it. So it's not everybody that will be afraid, and it's not everybody that is courageous. It's not everybody that has that boldness, level of tolerance, from people to people, from persons to persons differ. So you cannot say because you cannot go in for that, other people cannot do that. What you think you cannot do, others can do it. So let everybody pleases themselves, and let's see how it goes. If he wants to, he has already come out. If he wants to go in that line, let him go in that line. If you think you cannot do what he's doing, that is you. Like I said, everybody, the level of tolerance, the level of switch, or at which we assimilate, or the level at which we receive things differs. Any little thing, some people, they will took to their ears, they will start running. Some people will not want to dare it. Some people will not want to go in the first place. Some people don't want to even be identified. Some people don't want to even, to go in that line. So we are all different. So, and we are all entitled to our opinion. He's entitled to his opinion, and that's why he has done what he has done. So That is my own opinion with all of these things. So from where he is, he's saying the people should be released. Like I said, if we want to judge everything based on what happened yesterday, the protest that happened yesterday. So what is the basis of a police force arresting people that came out for protest? Some people were like, oh, they are even happy. Even the federal government is happy that a lot of people did not come out. But we still give it to those that still came out. Like I said, everybody cannot just sit back, and everybody cannot just, front the cause. So we still give it to the people that came out. And why were they arrested? That is another thing entirely. So guys, I would like you guys to put down your comments. Let's hear from you. We learn from each other. Nobody knows it all. I always say my opinion and try to relate it with you guys. And you know, I still respect opinions of many of you that put down your comments in the comment section. We all learn together. Thank you very much for always being there. Bye.